So fast forward a little bit in your career, you are actually one of the few players who got to experience playing in the I League and then make the transition to the ISL when it had first started with Chennai and FC. So first of all, the I League that you had played in is very different from what the I League is right now.
Mm.
Can you speak a little about on how it was back then and like the changes that ISL has implemented in with the hopes of improving football at that time?
Mm. Oh, yes, it was different time, and I think the season went on for about like 6 to 8 months, 6 to 7 months. In between, of course, we have breaks because like someone like me or my other colleagues who are part of the national team, so there will be like national team breaks either it's for the some tournament or we're playing for SAF Cup or we're playing for the friendlies. So I don't know if you remember if you're around then you have like multiple breaks in between, at least two to
Yeah.
three breaks in the league for a few days or
Yeah,
even for a
I
couple of days.
remember there were lots of players who were signed for two clubs, which some will be in I League and with ISL.
But that happened that one later after the ISL coming in. What I'm talking about is the time before the ISL. I'm
Yeah,
talking about the I League. So when I League, when the I League, just before the ISL coming in, I League was the top league, right? It was a top league, and it used to go on for about like 6 to 8 months, I said, and it was just a full season. It was a like 10 month season of football league and uh, football season. I think we all love it and enjoy it. Then the ISL coming in, with the format of being like 3 months tournament or 2 months tournament, and a lot of people didn't like it. Some not like it, some like it. So all that happened, but I think. For so whatever reasons, I think 40, 45 of us or 50 of us decided to join the ISL just before. So my reason was I think the I League was going on, and the NFL I League has contributed so much and have contributed so much, but this format of ISL coming in with the promise that eventually to like how today it is it's a top league in the country today, right? If you see the hierarchy, so
yeah,
uh, it's almost a promise, and I think things are definitely getting better now. I mean, of course, last 2 years has been difficult for all of us because of COVID, but even just before that, I think from the first season itself till 6, 7 seasons, it was only getting better in terms of. I mean, it's not easy, but I think things were getting better. There were a lot more. It has reached out to all across the country. I don't say that yes, football was there, but because of maybe the visibility, because of the telecast, because of also I think because social media, because also the online, just the print, not just the print media, but the online everything like the IT podcast. So a lot of people are showing interest and started following the league.
yeah,
So the transition, what I'm saying is, it's good that today I'm just happy that today we have 11 teams. I want to see that. I don't know when it's going to happen, but every time whenever there's an opportunity for me to speak to about the league, I always keep saying that the league has to be at least a 15 to 16 or even 20 league. The season has to go on for 10 to 12 games because you can't have like 3 months or 4 months league and expect like the players to perform. You can't have like you finish the league at April and in April and after 4 5 months players sitting at home and suddenly expect the player to turn up for the national team and perform at because the intensity drop no matter how much you train individually. It doesn't work like that. As a team training. So so uh, I think things are already getting better. I mean, there's so much we need to work because it's still we are doing the catch up like we are, but good to see that a lot of things. I think I don't know how to explain in terms of the number of the like say the youth development, for example, and the amount of I'm sure you must have seen that everywhere, even in Manipur today, there was always the passion and the culture was there, but today I think number has drastically increased. That's what even I was having this conversation even today also. The amount of the kids playing football is increased. I think even 3 or 4 times,
yeah.
even from my so I think it's happening even in Delhi also, places like Delhi where it's not a very footballing state, but even children are showing more interest to take up the game, even in the schools level. That is all this happening because not just because of the leagues. It is happening also because of, to an extent, because of the national team. More coverage for the national team, or even the ISL is also not at the part of how, maybe not as much as how we want it to be at the moment, but it's definitely knocking doors to many areas.
So don't you feel that the one positive, many positives have come out of the new league, not only with the formation of the new clubs and the league itself, but it has forced clubs and associations and academies to increase their standards. Like the requirements for stadiums had to be improved, for academies had to be improved. So I feel like it has had a positive impact in this way. Is that what you feel on the other side as well?
No, for sure. I mean, yeah, for sure. Like I said, not just about increasing the number of clubs. Like you said, it's not forcing, but I think it's asking, or making it a standard, like, for all the clubs to have a youth teams, for the clubs to maintain training pitch, and also the coaching education. All the, I think it's bringing all the stakeholders to be more active, and like I said again, come to a standard where things a better standard, like as you mentioned now. So just imagine, like there was only a couple of field when during my during the I League, even before the ISL coming in, like the training pitch that we have in all the stadiums. It's just before the COVID. Those are like not less than what you get to see. Even if you go to any Premier League teams, it's as good as that. At least maybe it's all stadium, but the training pitch is like on top to that I have played in number of other stadiums in all across, even many places in Europe, or even in Gulf countries, or even in Southeast Asia. So it is good. So this ISL definitely has a lot of positive impact. There's no doubt about it. They have done so much in a sense in the last 7-8 years. Definitely a lot.